dum ba dum bum ba dum bum bum. Okay, howdy. I got the volume a little bit louder. Let me maybe turn this. It's not peaking, it's just hitting like -5. Anyway, last time I worked on another one of these books that when you fold it out, you got these figures and there's spatter, paint spatter across them, and it opens up and you can spin it and watch an animation. It's imperfect. I didn't mute my phone that I use for previewing, saying how everything's going. It works, could work better. And something I'm curious about is having a similar structure to this, but instead having a pop-up element where the structure is the same sort of thing, where it's got these elements that are folded, they collapse in there, but adding something to make it go up and sort of cross over this threshold and make a structure that's more like a zoetrope, like a hello, how you doing? So traditional zoetrope is like a circular disc that has a pivot point in the middle, and you have all these slits cut, and then you have animation frames on the interior. And you spin it, it rotates around, and there's a pivot point in the middle, and you look through. You look through these slots across the other side. I'm doing fine. And so that means that the section you're looking through, thank you. That's very nice of you to say. If you have any questions, throw them out. I'm doing some math stuff, so I'll like jump in and out a little bit, probably. But anyway, zoetrope spins like this. You look through, and because this is moving in this direction and these are moving in this direction, you get a very quick flash of stuff. And I want to try and build that using this pop-up sort of structure where it won't have, it'll essentially be like cut off at that point, so you end up with something that kind of looks like the like a minaret of a castle or something. I think that's what they're called, or like a rook in chess, that sort of piece that has the up and down sort of motion. It'll still function the same, it's just a little, you have to angle a little harsher. And so I want to build that, and I've done some math here to like figure out a loose means of calculating some stuff, where there's all these, essentially I have the pages, the like part that folds larger here, a larger section, this guy, and those are P for page and then T for tab, and I did some sort of math stuff for structuring it, and I'm gonna build that into the program I've been using for doing math stuff to test the relationship of the folding point, the attaching point, or whatever, and then maybe make some tabs and test out some various ways that these can interlock with one another. So I'm going to keep this out and just pull up, come to Firefox, make a new window, and this will be cuddle.xyz. Is the program that I've been using, and I'm going to make a new thing. I'm doing this on the side, but I'll pop it up here in just a moment so you can see what I'm doing. Firefox, untitled project, and here we are. So what's the math that I'm working on? I'm going to name this project just today's date, 2023-05-23 pop-up math, because that's what I've been naming all these things. And in this program you can create components that you adjust manually, or they can and then those things can influence the math on other elements. So I'm going to make page width, and for right now I'm just going to make this 8. And then the other thing that I need to know is the tab buffer. And let me check what my units and settings, it's set to inches. Cool. That's what I'm most comfortable with. Tab buffer is going to be 0.25. And now we can get into... Oh, I also need page height. And let's drag this here. And then this is tab width. And we're going to make a tab height. And the page height, we're going to make it 2 inches. And then the tab width, ty, is equal to 2 times page width minus 2 times buffer, or tab buffer. How's that right? I got some weird bits on this. TY. Let me... Oh no, it's page height, not page width. Because I was like, that's absurdly tall. Tab height is going to be page width divided by 2 minus tab width divided by 4. And I think that's right. Okay, let's pull in a rectangle. This is going to be the page, and this will be the tab. So page, this rectangle, its position is whatever the scale, this is page width, and this is page height. And that's that. I'm going to give this a fill just of gray so that I can see something. And that's set. And I'm going to add, for the moment, a line. So this is page, and this is score mark. And this score mark, it's 0, 0. And this is negative page height divided by 2. And the other one is page height divided by 2. And this will have a fill that is just red and a stroke that is also red. And so that's going to function as a score mark where it folds. And then I need to have this tab, and the tab is, as fill, the scale is tab width and tab height. And I need to now build in a different score line. Score line. This will be negative tab width divided by 2. And then the height will be how do I get this height? negative tab height divided by 2. Oh no, just tab height divided by 2. Put on a new tape. And then this is minus tab width, or no, let's make this, I'm gonna add a new variable so I don't have to type this every time. This is fold square, fold, yeah, I'm just gonna do that, and that is tab width divided by 4. It's just easier to write this down. Negative tab height divided by 2 minus fold square. And then this location is negative fold square. And the height is tab height divided by 2. And let's just mirror this, mirror repeat, and it does what it needs to do. Let me grab this score line and change the fill and stroke. This is if it's glued on. Ideally, I have something where this functions as a tab insert of some kind. Anyway, now I need to figure out where this falls here. And for that, I need like the same sort of thing. I need to bring in this line, and what's the math on this? Okay, so the height on this of this line, this is gonna come here because these are cut, tab, cut, or tab, slit. And this will be, the point here is going to be negative tab width divided by 2. And this point will be negative fold square. Oh no, not there. This is negative fold square. And the height is, for this one, page height divided by 2 minus fold square. And then this one's height is page height divided by 2 minus 2 fold 2 times fold square. And that should be the location that I want it to be, and modify, do a mirror repeat. And this tab slit, we are going to add also an expand. Let's add new variable. This is slit width. Pull this up here, and this is just going to be 0.06. 0.03, I think is what I ended up with. And this expand, the distance will be slit width divided by 2. So I think this is expanding in either direction. Let me pull over a rectangle and just check that. This is slit width. Yeah, okay. And for my own sake, I will also take this and, you know what, we'll do it after the fact when it's everything. So modify round corners, not on that. This needs to be modify Boolean difference, and now on this one, modify round corners, and this round corners is going to be minimal. Let's see what this looks like. That's fine. Okay, I'm just going to add that as a corner size. And this is going to be 0.02. Come in here and do so on this one as well. This is add the modify round corners and do corner size. And I need one more score line that is going to be located at 0, and then tab height divided by 2. Make this negative, and then this will be 0 and tab height divided by 2. And this will also be red and have a red fill so that it exports as a separate piece. And I think that should work. I'm trying to think if there's a better way to like just add a little bit of a tab in. I guess it could fold as an easy enough thing. We have a square. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Latch square. I don't know. Let's see. Does that work? I don't know where that shortcut. Fold square. Does this work? Let me just try it to. That's not how exponent works in here. Okay. Whatever. I'll just do it manually. Square root of fold square times fold square times 2. I'm curious if this is correct. This is, yeah, this is just called latch square, whatever. Grab this guy, not that one, this one. And I don't need to do that, but I do need to change this to be latch square. A squared, plus b squared equals c squared. Oh, this is if it's at an angle. I'm trying to find this width. And so if it's A, and this is also A. So if I want something that's this length, I need A squared plus A squared or 2A squared Is that the right size? It is. Okay. I just looked wrong. So let's grab this. And this is going to be tab insert width. This rotation is going to be 90 degrees. Not 90, 45. Plus, what is the variable that I have here for tab buffer? And then this location is going to be negative tab width divided by 2. And this will be tab height divided by 2. That goes right there. And this height is tab insert width. Yeah. Let's actually make this like divided by 4. And then this is plus tab insert width times 0.75. No. Okay. How do I get this to fall there where I actually want it? Okay, I think this is plus tab insert width divided by 2. You know what? I'm just gonna do this an easier way for me. Get this right on the money by just duplicating this guy and making one of these a little bit shorter height-wise. I don't know what's the best way to do this. Because if it's just like shorter, then I need this location to be here. Let's do plus corner fold width minus corner fold width. And then I need this to and then minus tab insert width divided by 8. No, divided by 4. It's getting me close to it, but it isn't where it needs to be. How do I get here? Because without this and without this, it's right there. So I need it to move down this and over that. Oh, this is like another. Wait, let me try minus corner fold width divided by 4. Yeah. Okay. Plus corner fold width divided by 4. Divided by 8 and 8. That's where we are. Okay. weird figuring it out, but I got it. And I actually don't need that additional bit of the corner if this is like this. I just need it to sort of round out. This has a fill. For now, I'll just leave it as is. I'll do this on my own and then I'll figure out the math. See how it... I don't want to have the math. Okay. Let's add another line. This will be in the... That's what it is. So this needs to be negative page width divided by 2. No, negative tab width divided by 2. And this needs to be negative page. No, this is just page height divided by 2. Not page height, tab height. Minus corner fold width. That one's fine. Now this needs to go over here. Which is negative tab width divided by 2 and then it's got to go how far down, how far over. Okay, I actually have, this is minus corner fold width divided by 4. I think that's right. And then the height is negative tab height. No, it's just tab height. Divided by 2. Minus corner fold width divided by, or times 0.75. Ooh, I'm glad that works. Because it's annoying. Okay, it's kind of helpful that I have the hypotenuse and the other bit that it all works out. And what is the location of this guy? Because I'm going to use that as a mirror fold. Modify mirror repeat. Okay, that's doing that. It's got the right location, but it's mirroring this way. Let's see what happens if this is. You know what, let's take off this mirror repeat and just duplicate this and This is going to be 0.1 is easy enough. This is negative corner fold width and just tab height divided by 2. And then this is negative corner width and I got it. It's gonna be just nope, that's not what I want to do. I just want to group these, and this group is going to take fill and it'll be red. Also have a stroke that is red. Okay, individually these can have the round corners, but not as a whole, because I need that tighter edge. Okay, round corners, this is corner size. This also has corner size. And this is test cut. And this location is negative page height divided by 2. And the tab is page height divided by, nope, page height minus tab height divided by 2. Page height divided by 2 plus you know what, let's just do, this is just tab height divided by 2. That's what it is. Should be correct. What size is this looking? This is like whatever. Let me see what this looks like if I. These are the same spot. Page height. Ooh. I guess there are limitations to what this functions like. Okay, let's make this 8 and just see if my math works out. Okay, I'm gonna cut this out after I first export it. And open up Cricut. Give Cricut a moment, and then I'll see if I got my math stuff correct or not. Excuse me. Attach these after I come in here. And these should be score. Okay. Okay. 8.5 by 11. Connecting. I'm using a Cricut cutter to cut out the thing that I was just working on. Medium cardstock. It shouldn't take too long to cut out. It's a pretty simple shape. This is one that I could manage on my own, but I want to check the math so that I can automate this process in some way. I don't know how great this is. Let's give it a test. So let me come to OBS, turn off Firefox, and looks like it should work, but I'm not sure. Actually, I don't need that score mark if these go in correctly. As a whole are going to be annoying to mess with, but yeah. Okay, those tabs too long. But the math is right. It hits right at the corner. You get a decent height there. It doesn't go past here. Got a safety bit there. Don't need these score marks. It's a pretty nice feel about it. I really don't need like all of this material. Mostly I just need like a little bit of something. It's probably helpful. I don't think it's not necessary. How does this feel if I just cut these off? Does this feel like, yeah, it's pretty loose. Okay, needs something. Though I think unless, well, will these fall out on their own accord? Probably, possibly. I don't think it's unlikely for them to. But let's see about like forcing this guy out. If we make this like a harsher cut, lose this material. This is inserted sort of like that. How likely is it to just, yeah, it's pretty likely to fall out. Okay, now I would need to figure out how far this can be. Because I can't have it when it's folding out exceeding like this little height. The math works for placement of stuff. But yeah, if that's like that, it's just gonna pull on its own. Unless I really did want to just fold it. A little bit of fold, it's less likely, but I'd like it to lay flat if possible. This fold will be something I don't like. I'm considering what it looks like if these are a similar sort of tab to these. Also, what is the like inserting mechanism of this? Like if this goes down, has a little bit of a slit, and then it pivots and then lifts into place. I don't know if it'll stay in place. There's a relationship between this thickness and the buffer. So this buffer is the hypotenuse and I need the height. So I'm dealing with more squares. I've lost this little rubber piece like a dozen times. Putting it back away. So what I actually need, I'm going to pull Firefox back up. What I need is, don't need this. Get rid of that. I need this guy. The height is going to be, we'll make a new one because it's going to be annoying to type in each time. Tab insert height. The tab insert height is tab buffer. Is 0.25. This tab buffer, so it's square root of 2 times tab buffer times tab buffer. That is the total height that this can be. What is this rectangle right now? What am I dealing with? Okay, so this is still going a bit over. I don't need this. Wait, it's actually half. How is this interacting? I need to find so this distance here is tab buff divided by 2. I'm just doing math right now. This is not exciting to be watching. And I understand that. Okay, what I'm trying to figure out is when this is like put in here, right now, this is just tab buff, is this length. But, alright, what's the width? Okay, right now I have the height is a weird bit. I have, this is the cut, and right now this distance is tab buff, and this distance to this edge, this is divided by 2, and this distance, the hypotenuse, is tab buff. So what I need to figure out is this. So I need to take these or tab buff squared minus 1/2 TB squared equals h squared. And so the square root. Okay, let me try this. This is square root of tab buffer times tab buffer minus half of tab buffer times half of tab buffer. Let me just pull up this help learn cuddle and see if there's a basics, parameters, math reference, arithmetic, math function, square, absolute floor. .25 times tab buffer times 0.25 times tab buffer okay. Let's just make this a new parameter. This is Where is this used? Tab overlap height is this convoluted bit. Okay, now I need to mess with the positions of this. Okay, this is negative tab width divided by 2. Wait, I just need this to plus corner fold width divided by 2. Minus tab overlap. Wait, minus tab buffer divided by 2 divided by 4. That gets it right on the edge, and I need to move this 1/2 of this hypotenuse, and this hypotenuse is just the minus tab overlap height divided by 2 plus tab overlap height divided by 2. That's wrong. Divided by 4. I need to figure this out. And I'm trying to figure out what is the amount that I need to subtract from either to get this line running right here. Okay. We have this height. I'm guessing it's like something super simple that I'm just not catching. I need it to move 1/2 of the height. And to do that in two pieces, it'll need to go down and over, which is a square. And the hypotenuse is 1/2 height. Square root of this equals x squared plus x squared. 2x squared equals 1/2 h. Square root, you have 1/2 h equals 2x. So it's just, or no, square root of this equals 2x. By 2. I did that. Rectangles scale. It's tab overlap height. I need the x to move to the left, which means minus let's try this way. Just square root tab overlap height. This isn't right. I can't figure out. I don't know. I'm struggling to get this to match up correctly, and I don't know why. Let's just say, for ease of this height is 4. I want to move it down and over. Let's make this 8. So I need to move this distance. This is 4. It's hypotenuse. So 4 squared equals x squared plus x squared, or 4 squared equals 2x squared. (16) equals 2x squared, square root, 4 equals 2x, divided by 2. It's not just that relationship, it's squared is 16. Oh, it's not that, it's 2 times x squared equals 16. So it would actually be this divided by 2. I'm struggling with this and I don't know why. If you have something that's like 4, it's the hypotenuse here, and these are even. It's not 2 and 2. 2 squared is 4, that's 8. That makes a square root that. You know that they're even, this and that. So I'm doing my math weird, am I? Tab overlap height. Divided by 2. And then I feel like I still remember how to do this. Okay. So this is c squared equals a squared plus, or a squared plus a squared. I have this one, so I need to do square root of 2. It's just square root of 2 times c. Let me try this. Square root of, okay. me see if this is right. That it? That's it. Okay. I was struggling with that. I want to see if my math in general is correct now. Oh, I need to adjust. I don't really, but I do. Okay, I would like to. So that one's fine. What I need to adjust is... Okay. It's gotta go. Okay. It's not a huge difference, but I just wanted to see if my math is right, so I'm going to cut this out. think it is the right math on it, but the issue that was happening before is when this was folded, this tab would be above it. Really don't need this, but I guess it might add some structural stability. The next potential task is treating this as a flap, having this be an insert. And have a tab guy on the other side. So that I don't have that same, it doesn't wear down. But if that's the case, then I'm at a loss for how best to approach here. Anyway, this works. Different things to consider with it. So that when this opens, stuff pops up. And it's still structurally sound. Can look at various iterations. One was, does it work? And it does. It's got a nice feel, it spins. This one was, how does it work structurally? Works okay, but not, there's too much fiddling. You don't have that smooth operation for the opening mechanism. This one, everything's working, but the animation's not working so hot in this guy. Lots of frames, has its own issues. This one, best I got yet. The animation works well for the format. It's got a nice feel to it, large enough, not so many frames. You can view everything pretty clear. But I want it to be clear. And so, potentially having this might solve it. I wonder if this is just like the animation is cut and I spray it and you open it, if you'll get sort of twice the view on it. I don't know. Where like there's a cutout here, spray against it, you get it here, so it's on the interior and the exterior. I don't know. I might try that. So that's next time is I think seeing what this looks like when it's applied to the interior of these pages. And trying to get a tab mechanism working. It shouldn't be so difficult to just mimic what I've done here, but have it run here. Bump, and use a similar sort of cutout situation as what you have in these guys. Anyway, more math to come. I may or may not stream tomorrow. I'll figure that out later. but if I do, it might be more concise than something like today or yesterday or whatever. I forget when I'd stream longer, but got the math out for this. It's working, and I just need to work on it more. So, spiel time. If you want to buy stuff from me, you can go to my web store, traceloops.com/store. If you want to purchase something and have it shipped outside of the US, you can email me, traceloops@traceloops.com. You can also email me with comments, concerns, questions, curiosities, commissions, etc., etc. Again, that is traceloops@traceloops.com. If you want to watch a stream or other streams in full at your own leisure, you can do so by going to the live section of my YouTube channel, youtube.com/traceloops. If you want to support me or follow me on other platforms, you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Tumblr, Spotify, all of those places. I am Traceloops, TRACELOOPS. If you want to support me on Patreon, you can do so by going to patreon.com/traceloops, where you will find high-resolution versions of artwork that I create during streams when it applies. You also find a selection of tutorials, and then at higher tiers, new songs from me weekdays, and at the highest tier, you get a monthly postcard from me with original artwork on the front, little message on the back, and a discount to that aforementioned web store. Thank you for watching. I'm going to head out. Have a good evening. Adios.